Well, first of all, a Canada-style free trade agreement isn't on offer for the whole of the United Kingdom. What the European Union has put on the table is, on the one hand, us effectively staying in the single market and the customs union. That would actually not be what people voted for in the referendum. But on the other hand, a free trade agreement for Great Britain only, with Northern Ireland staying in the customs union and most of the single market, which would effectively carve Northern Ireland out from the rest of the United Kingdom.
So that's worse than
what I'm saying is that there isn't, the deal that is on the table is that deal. I believe the deal that we have put forward is one that delivers on the vote of the referendum. It delivers an end to free movement. It delivers an end to the jurisdiction of the European Court of Justice, an end to sending vast amounts of money to the European Union every year. It keeps the integrity of the United Kingdom, keeps the United Kingdom together, and it protects jobs.
You know, some of your colleagues in your own party, some of them used to sit in your cabinet, as saying that actually this is the only way, a free trade agreement, to get rid of all the regulations that Europe binds us in, to break free. You're saying nothing of the sort, and if they think you're going to change tack to that, which some of them are hoping, forget it.
Well, of course, if we were going to have a free trade agreement, and any free trade agreement, you have to agree the regulations and the standards that you're going to meet in order to sell your products into the other person's market. What we've put forward is a proposal which brings an end to free movement, brings an end to the jurisdiction of the European Court of Justice, pulls us out of the common agricultural policy, out of the common fisheries policy, stops us sending vast amounts of money to the EU every year, but also does that in a way which ensures that we can have no hard border between Northern Ireland and Ireland. We protect the union of the United Kingdom, and we protect jobs in the UK. And at the same time, we're able to do trade deals around the rest of the world, which will enhance our prosperity and jobs in the UK.
You're defending that position, but lots of people look at the numbers in the House of Commons and can't see a way that you're going to win.
Well, I think when I'm confident we can do a deal with the European Union. That's been the fact that a deal is likely has been echoed by others, like the Taoiseach. What I believe is when that deal comes back, members of Parliament will obviously look at that, will bring a good deal back, and they must remember that we are delivering on the vote of the British people. And I believe what people want us to do is to deliver a deal that ensures that we respect what they voted for, particularly on things like an end to free movement and an end to the European Court's jurisdiction. That's what we've put on the table.
You think your own MPs, the ones who are threatening tonight again that they will rebel against this, in the end they'll pull back from the brink, you're convinced?
What I believe is that when we come back to Parliament with a deal and Parliament takes that vote, I think across the House of Commons, MPs who voted, 554 members of Parliament voted to give the public the choice as to whether to leave the European Union. The public voted, they chose to leave. We're delivering on that. I want to do that in a way that respects that vote, that delivers on that vote for the British people, but does so in a way that ensures that we protect jobs in the UK and that we protect the unity of the United Kingdom.
If you bring a deal to the House of Commons and you lose that vote, would you consider calling a general election? Would you absolutely rule out calling a general election?
Look, what I'm doing at the moment is working to get a good deal, to get that agreement with the European Union.
So it's in place.
What I'm doing at the moment is working with to get a good deal from the European Union. I'm working in the national interest. It's not in the national interest at this point. We're in these negotiations. We're going to get a good deal. It's not in the national interest to have a general election.
So no general election. You won't have a second referendum. You won't go back to the negotiating table doing a completely different project like a free trade agreement. It's hard to see what happens if you lose.
Well, first of all, we're still in the negotiations. We've put our proposal on the table. The European Union has said they have concerns with that proposal. We have said, let's hear those concerns in detail. If they have counter-proposals, let's hear those counter-proposals. What I'm doing is working for a good deal. Contrast that with the position of the Labour Party, who would reject any deal that I bring back from Europe, regardless of how good it is for the United Kingdom, but would accept any deal Europe offers them, regardless of how bad it is for the United Kingdom. That's not working in the national interest.
Chancellor Merkel says there are really only 8 weeks left to try and sort this whole thing out, or Britain's going to need a longer transition. Is she right?
The timetable has been set. I'm confident that we can work on that timetable and come to an agreement with the European Union. And I'm confident of that because it's not only in our interests, it's also in the interests of other countries in the European Union. And that view has been echoed today by the Irish Prime Minister, the Taoiseach.
When you look around the cabinet table, you were there yesterday, do you see faces that are all good for that long journey? You've had a few exits in the last few months.
The cabinet is united behind the proposals that we have put before the European Union, and also
some of them haven't come out supporting it yet.
Also united in wanting to ensure that we get a good deal from the European Union. We are a cabinet and a government that is working in the national interest. The Labour Party is a party that's playing politics with this and not working in the national interest.
Thank you.